8 banned soldier tactics that still save lives today. Welcome back to Extreme Outdoor Survival. If you're new here, subscribe, especially if you're the type who actually studies history instead of just scrolling past it. On this channel, we look at what real people did to stay alive when comfort disappeared. No fantasy, no superpowers, only reality and hard lessons written in journals, campaigns, and survivor accounts. If that sounds like home, hit subscribe. You belong here. Today, we're going to talk about 8 banned soldier tactics. Techniques that were once common knowledge, but later removed from formal training because they were, well, risky, hard to standardize, politically inconvenient, or just didn't fit modern doctrine. Yet they still save lives in wilderness survival, disaster zones, and off-grid environments. Let's get straight into it. Number 1, moving slowly instead of constantly pushing forward. Modern thinking, loves momentum. Keep moving. Push harder. Cover distance. But historically, scouts, guerrillas, explorers and soldiers learned the exact opposite: movement kills when it's constant. Slow movement preserves body heat, energy reserves, awareness and oxygen demand. The tactic was simple. Move for survival needs only. Then stop, observe, reassess. This was banned in the sense that modern systems often prioritize schedules, not conditions. In survival situations, the ones who live aren't the fastest. They're the ones who stop before exhaustion becomes collapse. Try it on your next trek. Walk slower than you think you should. You'll notice your mind sharpens as your pace drops. Number 2, sleeping during the warmest part of the day. Older armies marching in deserts, mountains and jungles slept at noon and travelled in cool hours. Today, many operations still run on rigid schedules. Historically, nature dictated rhythm, not clocks. Sleeping at midday reduces dehydration risk, prevents heat stroke, conserves calories, and keeps morale stable. It also mirrors animal survival patterns. Life survives by respecting environment cycles, not fighting them. In survival, resting when nature is at its harshest isn't laziness. It is strategy. If you're ever stranded, rest during extreme heat or extreme cold. Move during mild conditions. That is how people reached home in journals we still read today. Using terrain as protection instead of equipment, well, this one faded because honestly, equipment became easier to issue than knowledge. But historically, terrain awareness was everything. Ridges break wind, hollows muffle sound, snow traps heat, and forest litter insulates. Old soldiers didn't carry shelter. They built it out of whatever existed. Earth banks, snow trenches, leaf beds, rock alcoves, these really were the difference between frostbite and survival. You can apply this right now by learning just 3 basics. Never sleep directly on the ground, always block prevailing wind and trap dead air around your body. Gear fails, terrain does not. That truth, I assure you, hasn't changed. Accepting discomfort instead of fighting it. Now, this is one of the most politically banned principles of all. Discomfort isn't an emergency. Modern culture treats every inconvenience as a crisis, but historically, armies taught the opposite. Cold, hunger, soreness, wetness. Unpleasant? Yes, but fatal? Usually no. The mind that refuses to accept discomfort panics. The mind that accepts it stabilizes. Historical campaign diaries are blunt about this. People who believed they were supposed to be comfortable collapsed when they weren't. The tactic is psychological. Define discomfort as information, not catastrophe. You don't have to like it. You just have to function anyway. Conserving voice and speaking rarely. This one disappeared because radios replaced human senses. Old scouts were trained to speak as little as possible, not just for silence, but to conserve moisture, heat, and energy. Every word expels warm, moist air. In freezing survival conditions, breath loss matters. Conserving speech also forces attention on hand signals, terrain cues, and environmental sound. Try going an hour outdoors without speaking. You'll notice birds again, wind direction, branch movement. Your senses return to factory settings. And honestly, that's the point of survival. Your body already has tools modern tech replaced. Training the will before training the technique. This tactic died because militaries wanted standardized outputs. But historically, mentors, indigenous fighters, and early soldiers focused first on the mind. Courage under stress, calm under uncertainty, delayed fear, react.